Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Sportsman's Warehouse, the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, and Avery Superstore.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we close out the fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio program, what we call Around the Outdoors Horn. And this is sometimes we do it the first of the show. Today we're doing it the last of the show, and of course, that means on Fifth Saturday that Charlie Covington, a retired chaplain from the Baptist Hospital, who's with us always on the Fifth Saturday, and a fellow member with me at Bartlett Hills Baptist Church, and he and his wife Betty are dear friends of ours. And so Charlie has many talents, whether it's woodworking or building things or whatever it might be, and a real true passion for the outdoors. He has walked many more miles than I have, probably, and worn out more shoes than I have. But he also has a talent of poetry. And Charlie, you remember you writing your first poem? Were you a kid, or were you in high school or college? Or
it was my senior year, and the first poem I can remember writing was for a girl that I was dating at the time. Thankfully, she did not turn out to be my wife.
So you've never written one for Betty then?
Oh, yeah, I have.
Oh, I figured,
years, yeah.
Okay, but that's where it started. I mean, just all of a sudden?
About 1963.
All right, Charlie was at Central High.
That's it.
In Little Rock, along his wife Betty went to Central High also. Now that's a National Historic Site. It is.
That's right.
It's a member of the National Parks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have a friend whose son was the park ranger at Central High. Of course, he was the only one there. But anyway, so Charlie has written another one, and Charlie's going to read it to us, and we'll post this on lroutdoors.com. Go to all the poems we've got posted there, and you'll see and listen to him. So without further ado, as they say, Shelby, give us some music. Let's hear about Ending of Summer by Charlie Covington.
If you would picture in your mind a rural setting, even being out in the country, and it's the end of the summer, fall is coming on, and people on a farm are doing the typical things that they usually do. The summer wears on with its heat and rain, and the grass grows fast and tall. The old dog days have lingered long. Will there be some relief in the fall? Oh, for the cooler days and nights, and the pleasant sounds of whippoorwill calls. By now, most gardens are looking skimpy from the blistering sun and the heat.
Yes.
But we will welcome with open arms all the blessings of fall we shall gladly greet. Harvest and gathering, cooking and canning, those smells from the kitchen so tempting and sweet. Watch out when you walk in the orchard. Fallen fruit attracts wasps and bees. They know where their bread is buttered by aromas that are carried aloft in the breeze. And after Jack Frost, persimmons are ripe, found on the ground right under those trees. But you better move quickly to beat the deer. They can smell that fruit a mile away. And after a frost, the skin will wrinkle, a fairly good sign you won't pucker that day. Pick them with care. All the green ones leave as you're trying to fill up a basket or tray. The days get shorter, the nights grow longer with the ending of summer and the coming of fall. And the farm animals seem to know it too, the cow in the pasture, the horse in the stall. And in early dusk, when things have died down, you rejoice in the sound of the night bird's call. The old rope swing hanging over the creek is now strangely vacant and still. The fish can return to their normal routine. For schoolwork and chores, the days now fill. As the sun is setting and the evening falls, a harvest moon peeps over the hill. Old Shep the dog herds whatever he can, be it sheep or cattle or ducks. I reckon that this is just his nature, but when they all scatter, it drives him nuts. When he tries to herd the barnyard chickens, we hear much squawking and lots of clucks. With the ending of summer and coming of fall, there's a lot of hard work and no time for folly. The apples are culled, the good ones boxed up, and then loaded carefully onto a dolly. I look at old Shep, and he looks at me, and we both get a case of melancholy.
There you go. Ending
That's
of
great.
Summer
That's great.
by Charlie.
Yeah, you just shut your
Covington.
eyes and visualize all that.
That's what
Larry,
I just did.
I must confess something.
What?
Some years ago, when you started referring to me as a laureate, poet
Yes.
laureate,
Uh-huh.
I thought you were going to get your lasso and lariat me
No.
and tie me up if I didn't do a good job. But
No,
I've had
no.
to rethink that.
No, I tried once and it didn't work. So,
Okay.
no. Look forward to it every fifth Saturday. I know Charlie's already probably circled the next time. Lots of things going on now, folks, and I want to close out today's show with so many events. Of course, this is 31st of August, tomorrow, Sunday the 1st. You dove hunters will be in the field. Arkansas and Mississippi will start at dawn, I guess, or 30 minutes. I'm really not sure. But us folks in Tennessee on Sunday, you got to start at noon. It's the tradition. That's the way it works. A lot of the early goose seasons are starting tomorrow on September the 1st. I know Arkansas does that, and their early teal's coming up on September the 15th. But a lot of hunting season. You need to go to, for Tennessee, that's tnwildlife.org. And speaking of dove hunting, I'm getting so many different reports from sunflowers are great. They're hoping for no storms. That's what Bill Cooksey said last week. Well, it looks like it's going to be a fairly dry weekend. There's some football going on, I know. We won't talk about that. But wanted to let you know that Chris Park, our good friend that manages the Anderson Tully and Meeman Shelby and Eagle Lake and all those different refuges, has posted this that to all my hunters that normally hunt doves on John Tully, Shelby Forest, WMA, the Mississippi River did not get off our area until late July. Therefore, we were unable to plant sunflowers in time. This will be the first year that we were unable to have a youth or adult hunt. Hoping next spring will be a little bit more dry. Go to the Tennessee Wildlife Resource website, tnwildlife.org, to find a listing of available fields in the region. And as Chris says, I'm completely bummed out about it. Yeah, there were several youth that were going to be on their last hunt.
Oh, yeah.
On the juvenile field this year, too. Really sorry, guys. I always enjoy my youth hunts. Bogota WMA will have their annual youth hunt, so please go see you guys up there. And so that was from Chris Park. And we know that Gene had asked me about the Wolf River units. Yes, Wolf River Unit 1 near LaGrange. 12 acres of sunflowers, 5 acres of wheat burned. Opens at noon tomorrow, same as the statewide seasons. Check them out. Also, Wolf River Unit 2 out of Rossville, 8 acres of sunflowers, and they will also open at noon tomorrow. So the dove season starts in Tennessee, runs through the 28th, as it does in most other areas of the state. Another big event that we want to talk about is coming up on October the 3rd, and we'll keep posted on that, and that's the Hope Outdoors West Tennessee Chapter Second Annual Dinner and Auction on October the 3rd at the barn at Snyder Farms in Denmark, Tennessee. Not Denmark across the pond, so to speak, and things along that line.
Well, let me tell you what Darryl was going to talk about, the bear warning.
Okay, here it comes.
All right.
Do we have time for this, or we have to cut him off? Oh.
All right, what Darryl was going to say, matter of fact, I got notice from the National Wildlife Federation about how to prepare for being an outback around bears.
Okay.
Of course, they tell you to carry pepper spray in the bales and stuff
And the bells,
like that.
yep.
But like Darryl was figuring to say, you need to know the difference of the scat, the bear scat.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, the
Scats, that's all we're going to go with. That's,
right.
All right, okay.
The black bear scat has blueberries and seeds and a little bit of maybe squirrel fur or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
And then the grizzly bear it smells like pepper spray and has bells in it.
Oh, you really got built up my confidence for my trip to Montana, okay? Because we have seen those before. But like I said, next week I will be on the road. I think it's the first time I can ever remember that I'm not going to call in, not going to do anything. I still might. You never know, Shelby. You never know. But going to have a great show next week. Or listen to this. Gene will be in the studio. Bill Cooksey will be in the studio. Dave Gabbard will be on the phone. But look at this guest list. We've got Katuna Loring on next week's show.
All right.
6-time Olympic archer. The woman who taught Jennifer Lawrence how to shoot the bow in the Hunger Games. Katuna is going to be on next week's show. And I know Dave would be glad to listen to that. Of course, Stacy Walker, Prime One Camo, will be with us, talk about all the new camo things. And we got some other surprise guests that you will really want to listen to. And that's on next week's show with Gene, Dave, and
Bill.
I brought Bill in so Gene would not get too rambunctious. We're kind of nervous of having Gene in here and no telling what he might. But he'll have some stories to tell and things along that line. Go to lroutdoors.com, please. Check out our website, all the basic information. If you've got a question, if you'd like to be a show sponsor, we really appreciate the TWRA and also Sportsman's Warehouse down in South Haven. Love to have you as a show sponsor. Love to get the information. Maybe you've got some guests that you'd like for us to talk to on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Or it's something they want to talk about themselves.
Yeah, that's it. Just let us know. I'll take care of it. I'm the man. But next week, I won't be the man, and I'll be really scared, okay? I don't really like to fly. I thought about driving to Montana, but I thought I wouldn't get there by Christmas.
First time I flew, the young lady sitting to me had her rosary beads out. I said, "Oh, do you know something I don't know?"
No, I'm going with Dramamine, okay? That's what I'm taking. I'm taking my Dramamine. Shelby McCall, thank you. Gene, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Charlie, thank you. This is
Thank
Larry.
you.
This is Larry Ray. Remind you to do each and every week. It doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport, and
God bless the USA.